So it looks like Alan Cummings, you guys, has officially wrapped on Avengers Doomsday as returning as Nightcrawler. And he talked about how such a wonderful experience it was returning to the character of Nightcrawler damn near 20 some odd years later. But he also made a comment that I did not know. Apparently he had a terrible experience on X2 United. I was like, so that explains why he never returned to the character of Nightcrawler. Because after X2, I always wanted to see Nightcrawler return in some kind of fashion. And then we had, the younger version that just didn't really capture that aura and the essence that Alan Cummings really brought to the character in X2. So I always wondered why he never returned. I did not know that he had a terrible experience. Now, I don't know if it was because of the whole makeup situation, being in the makeup chair between 6 to 8 hours absolutely seems dreadful. And then going to set for another 6 to 8 hours, you're at work all damn day. I don't know if it was that experience or was it the experience of dealing with Bryan Singer. Now, we all know the reports and the accusations of Bryan Singer and what he did, throughout his entire career. It's crazy to me. I was like, holy shit. I did not know that, and I'm hoping that, Alan Cummings gets his redemption arc for Nightcrawler, because only starring in one film, you guys, was blasphemous. Like I said, he was a scene stealer in X2. That whole White House sequence was absolutely astonishing. It was so damn good. And I don't know if you guys remember, I forgot what video game it was. It was Nightcrawler taking on the Doombots. I was like, if they're going to try to replicate that whole sequence for Avengers Doomsday, that's going to be quite fascinating. Look, I am really stoked to see this particular character return. Apparently he's going to be having his sword just like, in the comic books, which is going to be freaking awesome. I can't wait to see that. Hopefully it's in the red and black costume, just like, in the X-Men animated series and the comic book run. I am really hoping to see this character flourish in many different ways that we didn't get to see during his small tenure during the earlier X-Men films. I mean, especially since, you're now going to be throwing in so many other X-Men characters like Magneto returning, Professor X, Mystique, Cyclops, Channing Tatum's Gambit. I just can't wait to see these core group of characters, all interact, in a very different way from what we've gotten in the past films. I mean, not having Cyclops ultimately be the leader, in your X-Men films definitely drastically hurt your X-Men movies. I mean, James Marsden always talked about, his love and appreciation for the character. And Bryan Singer and those earlier directors just never really gave him the credit, never really gave him the story, the character arcs, the dialogue, all those good stuff that, the character Cyclops absolutely needed to lead the team. So seeing these core group of characters return and you throw in Beast, it's going to be freaking awesome. I can't wait to see, the most authentic X-Men, we have never gotten before. We're about to experience this shit on a whole nother level with this core group of X-Men characters. Like, it's going to be super exciting to see, seeing Ian McKellen, one last time as Magneto alongside, Patrick Stewart's Professor X. I mean, they've been doing this for 20 some odd years, you guys. And the last time we saw Magneto, Ian McKellen's Magneto, was what, Days of Future Past? That was a long time ago. So I love the fact that he's returning to the role. And he's also returning as Gandalf in this Gollum film, which I'm super stoked about. But, like I said, Alan Cummings, you guys, returning as Nightcrawler, I am super stoked. I can't wait to see how he's going to look in the full-blown makeup. He's 60 years old doing his own stunts, but, it's a very different time in Marvel than what it was 25 years ago. A very different time, very different love and appreciation for the source material. We all know the stories of Bryan Singer being on set and no comics, these are my films. It's just shit like that. But Kevin Feige was on set. And the reason why Wolverine had his iconic haircut was because of Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige's been around these films for such a long time. And that's why he's had a massive success during his tenure, at Marvel Studios. Look at the build up to Infinity War. It was ultimately a juggernaut of, a whole saga that we will never, ever experience or see again, you guys. It is absolutely insanity. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about Alan Cumming officially rapping on Avengers Doomsday and his bad experience on X-Men 2 United. Thoughts and opinions, you guys. What are you most looking forward to on Avengers Doomsday? Let me hear in the comments down below. And of course, thank you guys for taking time out of your day for watching C-Roll Productions. Peace.